Last presentation, we have representatives of the state who will give a presentation on the Sprain Brook Parkway over Payne Street, the bridge replacement. And I'm sorry that you had to wait a while, but thank you for your responsiveness and the community, the community outreach. This is the second presentation they're making relating to the bridge work. You were here a few months ago.
3 months ago, we were here to kind of give advance warning of the project we have that will affect your community here and also the traveling public on the Sprain Brook Parkway. The job has gone out to bid, and we have our contractor also on board here to start the work this summer or in the upcoming weeks. So we really just want to give you an update on the project. I'm Paul Tierms and George Trini were here before, and we were the design managers through the design process of the project. But we want to introduce you to our thing here, to our contracting. The state engineers will be managing the contract, and the project managers from Echo 3 Enterprises, the contractor that will be constructing the project here. So we'll give you a quick summary and an update, and then meet you who we'll deal with as the project goes on, and questions or comments or issues come up. Then you'll know who to bring the issues to, and they can help deal with things and make it better. So I'll let George here go over a couple things.
Oh yeah, I'll go over just the basic of the project, which we went over the last meeting. It's essentially the same. I'm going to breeze through that a little bit, and I'll introduce Jimmy, who's the engineer in charge for the state. So here's our project location. The Interstate 287 is here. Payne St Bridge is just to the north of that on the Sprain Brook Parkway. And there's a northbound bridge and a southbound bridge that we're going to be working on the project. And basically, there's retaining walls on either side of the Sprain Brook Parkway. They're called MSES walls, and the diagram of the walls. They're concrete panels held in by straps, which extend into the roadway, underneath the roadway. And these straps anchor the panels, which hold the soil back. And we're having some problems with the walls at this location on the Sprain Brook Parkway. This is a before picture. You can see there's some issues with the wall panels here, some water coming through, and some bulges in this area. And here's a close-up view before some of the panels came off. So what we did was we did emergency repairs on the walls to stabilize them and ensure that the bridges remain safe to travel. So some places where the panels came off, we put concrete with reinforcing, and we put these soil nails in, which are essentially big screws that will hold the panels in place. And then under the bridge, we put in temporary supports under the southbound bridge, which was the one that was most affected by the retaining walls. And so now, as a permanent solution, we're going to replace the southbound bridge, and we're going to also do some work under the northbound bridge to make sure that stays in good shape also. So the bridge was constructed in 1980 with the whole section of the Sprain Brook Parkway there, and currently carries 3 12-foot lanes in each direction, 10-foot right shoulder, 5.5-foot left shoulder. The span is about 70 feet, and the southbound bridge carries about 51,000 vehicles a day. Northbound is about the same. And we have a couple stages under the construction of the project. The first stage is going to be to work on the crossovers of the median, north and south of the bridge. The second stage will be placing concrete barriers and more work in the median and crossovers. There's an overhead sign structure just to the south of the bridge, which is going to be removed in order to make room for the crossover on the south side. And that'll be replaced after the project. Stage 3, which is going to be the most impact, we're going to close the southbound bridge. We're going to reduce the 3 lanes each direction to 2 lanes each direction. We're going to cross over the traffic from the southbound bridge onto the northbound side, and we're going to replace the southbound bridge. Also do some work on Payne Street underneath the bridge. And once we complete the new bridge, we're going to open the new bridge and we'll remove the crossovers, restore the median, and finish up with the project. So here's just a general schedule. I'll let Echo 3 talk about their plans for the specific dates of closures. But the project was put out to bid April 20th. Stage 1 is to begin this summer, so we're in the summer now, so they can give you a better idea. Stage 1, 2, and 3 will be started in the summer. 1 and 2 will be completed. Stage 3 will begin in the summer. I think they're planning middle to end of August. I guess they can give you a better idea on that. The new bridge is going to be open this fall. It has to be complete this year, so it will be open. Traffic will back to 3 lanes each direction this fall. And they'll finish up in the spring underneath Payne Street, restoring, planting, and get everything back to the same as when we left before. So here's just a profile view of Payne Street. Obviously, it's a pretty steep grade there. This is the southbound bridge here, which is being replaced, showing the new bridge, and the northbound bridge here, which is going to remain. This is just a section of Payne Street, what it's going to look like when we're done. We're going to be putting sidewalks on both sides, on either side of the roadway on the new bridge, as part of the project. Currently, there are sidewalks on the approaches to the bridge, but it's kind of just a big asphalt area underneath the bridge. Now we'll have actual sidewalks and curbs, and we'll be doing the pavement under the bridge also. This is just a view of the bridge, showing the existing bridge, which is actually concrete boxes, and the lanes up top, and the bridge on the bottom, which is going to be on steel girders, and which will be pretty much the same width as the old bridge. The northbound bridge, we're going to do some work on that. There's some issues with the deck, some cracks and stuff that we're going to be repairing, but that'll be done after the southbound bridge replaced, and that'll be done at night with some lane closures. So this is a overview of the bridge. The southbound side is here, the northbound side is here. Parkway is up top. This is Payne Street underneath, and we'll be putting some new retaining walls on either side to reinforce the existing walls. We're putting new walls underneath the bridge also, under both the northbound and southbound structures. And we'll be putting lighting under the bridge also. That was requested by the town. And the contractor's going to install the lighting, conduits, and connect to the electrical service there. This is just an idea of what the lights are going to look like. This is another project. And then another the lights under that bridge. Be similar to this bridge. So during construction, again, we're going to reduce 2 lanes each direction on the parkway. Southbound traffic will cross over the northbound side and cross over the northbound bridge. Payne Street will be closed to traffic for a maximum of 180 days. That's what we put in the contract. I believe Echo is proposing less than that, but I'll let them address that. And there's going to be a signed detour in place. Payne Street will be closed, and the detour will go around Payne Street, and I'll show you a schematic of how that's going to
What if somebody lives, on or off Payne Street?
Well, it'll be open to local traffic, but you won't be able to go through under the bridge, except for emergency vehicles. So if somebody is on the east side of Payne Street and they want to get somewhere on the west side of the Sprain Brook Parkway, they'll have to go around a different route. And like I said, emergency vehicles will be able to access either side during the construction. And there's an incentive, disincentive for the contractor, and they have, once they close the bridge traffic, Sprain Brook Parkway, they have 90 days to reopen the new bridge to traffic. So, and there's a bonus if they get it done early, and there's a penalty if they go over the 90-day period. So they'll give you an idea of when they're looking to start that, and like I said, once they start it, they'll have 90 days to complete the project, and get the bridge reopened to traffic. Here's a little overview on a map. We're going to reduce southbound traffic to 2 lanes, starting up here. They're going to cross over onto the north side. Here's the bridge, I'll go over the northbound bridge. This is what that'll look like. There'll be 2 lanes each direction over the bridge, with a barrier in the middle. And then south of it, they'll cross back over onto the southbound side. And this is just in the northbound direction. Will be closed just north of the 287 interchange. Will be closed to 2 lanes northbound. And we have some strategies that we use to manage the traffic and the delays. So we'll have portable variable message signs deployed at key areas, inform motorists of closure dates prior to the project, and during the project they'll inform them of the closure and that there'll be possible delays. We have, I believe, 12 or 13 EMSs in the project, so we'll have them up and down the Sprain Brook Parkway. We'll have them on the Sawmill Parkway. I believe we have some on 100, and so we'll have those up and running, and Echo can maybe give you an idea of when they'll have those up and running. But we'll have the messages on there prior to the closure. They'll give the motorists some time to plan for the delays. Existing permanent signs that you see on the roadway now that are the overhead signs, they will have messages on there about the project. We'll have them up and down, again, the Sprain Brook Parkways. We'll have them on 287, so that'll get the message out and so people will know about the project and the closures. We have our TMC, our Transportation Management Center, which will monitor traffic cameras, and they can adjust the messages if needed. We're going to be sending out postcards to commuters up and down the corridor, so from Westchester all the way up to through Putnam and Dutchess counties to let them know when the closure dates will be, so they can adjust their travel routes. And we're going to perform outreach through the media and the internet to inform motorists also. And we're working with the town to help them to notify the residents and commuters that use that area that when the operations will be in effect. And this is just a little visualization that we did of what the new bridge will look like underneath. On Payne Street, you got the sidewalks on either side, and the new retaining walls and the lighting on the bridge up top here. So with that, I believe, I'll turn it over to Echo. He's here. He's the engineer starter for the project. He'll be the liaison to the town for any questions or issues with the project.
I'm Tom Quinn, project manager for Echo Enterprises. This is Paul Cox.
I'm Paul Cox, the vice president of Echo Sprain.
Just to reiterate a little bit of what George was saying, it's an overall project summary. It's going to be replacing on the Sprain Brook Parkway southbound over Payne Street, a rehab of the Sprain Brook Parkway northbound over Payne Street, some MSC retaining wall repairs. Right now, the notice to proceed is to be determined. This project has an anticipated completion date of June 1st, 2008.
What's the cost of this construction project?
$15 million. So this is a general plan view. This is a general plan view and elevation of the project. The southbound Sprain Brook Parkway is here. This is a full replacement of this bridge, which is going to include removal of the existing abutments and the superstructure, and it's going to involve a replacement of. We're going to be constructing new abutments, new superstructures, approach slabs, sidewalk and curbs, as well as installing new bridge railing and transition railing. And we're also going to be installing H-power retaining walls at the abutments and the west side wing walls. The northbound Sprain Brook Parkway is a rehabilitation. We're going to be constructing new abutment footings and stems, as well as installing new H-power retaining walls along the east swing walls. And the northbound rehabilitation also includes a resurfacing of the existing bridge deck, which is just a polymer overlay wearing surface that we're going to be installing. The MSC wall repairs, it's going to consist of a structural facing that we're going to be putting on the face of the walls. There's two wall repair areas at this site. There's another wall repair area on the Sawmill Parkway. This is a tentative schedule for the project. Consists of 4 stages. The first stage, we're going to be hopefully mobilizing late June, early July at the latest. At that time, we're going to be setting up our main yard, which is going to be located on the west side of the Sprain Brook Parkway, just south of Payne Street. We have some clearing to do on the east side of the northbound Sprain Brook Parkway, which is we anticipate happening in July. There's going to be some resurfacing of the Sprain Brook Parkway shoulders. That's going to be performed in their daily lane closures. That's going to be, we anticipate that happening in July as well, which will bring us into stage 2. As George mentioned, there's a 90-day work period. This contract calls for implementing a crossover of southbound traffic to northbound. So in stage 2, we'll be constructing this crossover. We're going to be placing a temporary concrete barrier along the left shoulders of northbound and southbound Sprain Brook Parkway, and to establish a work zone in the median. So we anticipate that happening in July into August as well. And at that time, we'll also be mobilizing to start installation of the H-power retaining walls at the west side wing walls and east side wing walls. Bringing us into stage 3, we anticipate shifting southbound traffic over to northbound in beginning to mid-August. And as I mentioned, that's going to be a 90-day work period. We anticipate that occurring in beginning to mid-August into beginning mid-November. Once we start that 90-day period, we'll also intend to close Payne Street at that time. We have 180 days to close Payne Street. At this time, we intend to close it consecutive until work's substantially complete on Main Street for the reconstruction of the new northbound and southbound abutments. We'll also be starting the rehab of northbound within that 90-day period and the MSC retaining wall repairs. Following the 90-day, we're going to work on completing the H-power retaining walls and the wing walls and the abutment walls, which will bring us into stage 4. In stage 4, we're going to be installing the sign structure on the southbound Sprain Brook Parkway. We'll also be doing the Payne Street restoration and resurfacing the northbound bridge deck. That'll be followed by demobilized from the site and starting the median. The table below this tentative schedule is just a couple of days of traffic impact. The first, as I mentioned, is the resurfacing of the Sprain Brook Parkway shoulders in July, which will be performed under daily lane closures. Sprain Brook Parkway closure we anticipate happening in August for 90 days. Payne Street closure anticipated in August as well for 180 consecutive days. Installing the sign structure, resurfacing of the the northbound Sprain Brook Parkway bridge deck, and final paving striping will all be activities completed under nighttime lane closures of the Sprain Brook Parkway. And as I mentioned, the anticipated project completion is June 1st, 2018. This is a work zone traffic control plan for stage 2. We're going to be placing temporary concrete barrier along the left shoulders of the northbound and southbound Sprain Brook Parkway to establish that median work zone. This is Payne Street right here. This is the work zone traffic control plan for stage 3. Payne Street's over here. So as you see, southbound traffic is going to be crossed over to northbound, just north of the Payne Street Bridge, and be brought back onto southbound south of the bridge. This is the, as George showed, this is the typical section of the northbound and southbound traffic implemented in the crossover. This is the Payne Street closure work zone traffic control plan. So on the east side of the Sprain Brook Parkway, Payne Street is going to be restricted to vehicle access just west of South Montgomery Street. And on the west side of the Sprain Brook Parkway, vehicle access is going to be restricted just east of Bryan Avenue. Pedestrian access will be maintained through all construction activities on Payne Street. This is the Payne Street detour plan. So on the east side of the Sprain Brook Parkway, vehicles are going to be detoured down Route 100A to Route 119. And 119, they're going to be brought to Route 9A.
Excuse me, you're too close to the microphone.
It'll pick you up, you could stand up.
This shows these are the detour signs that are going to be placed along the detour route to properly direct traffic while this detour is being implemented.
So I guess in summary, for the project is, we'll have a 90-day period on Sprain Brook Parkway where we'll have a major impact on the commuters and the traffic on the Sprain Brook Parkway. We know it will cause substantial backups. The outreach plan, which is part of starting here in our postcards and our public, is to try to get people to drive at different times or take different routes. Ideas like that. We know it may have an impact on the local community here because people get stuck in traffic and tend to just take the nearest exit and try to find a way around. In addition to that, we know we'll have an impact here along the Payne Street corridor here in Greenburgh. The contractor will be on the ground with his trailers and equipment, doing a lot of the work from the Payne Street level. Our trailers will be set up there, our equipment will be kept there. To complete this work in a short period of time, it'll be more than a 40-hour work week. We'll probably be working double shifts most of the 90 days to meet the deadlines.
What time in the evening will they stop?
I believe
Well, we're gonna work longer shifts. We probably won't be stopping at night, so we have noise orders to follow. We're gonna follow the noise orders.
So you're going to go like 24 hours or?
Probably two 10-hour shifts, so it wouldn't be full 24 hours.
Would you anticipate that any of the neighbors, immediate neighbors, would be inconvenienced by noise or lighting?
We're gonna do our best to prevent that.
we'll do our best, and part of what we want to be here is introduce Paul and Tom for Echo Industries, who will have the trailer on site here. And for the DOT, Jimmy will be our engineer on the ground every day here, and we have Hans, the construction supervisor, will be in charge. We'll get you in the town and here in the village of Elmsford, we'll get you all their contact numbers, so when issues come up, you know who to get to, you guys will know who to contact to try to best resolve whatever things come up during construction.
Is there going to, I know we've had some other bridges in the town where they've done work, and there's like periods where it's noisy, or I remember the one off the Bronx River Parkway, last year there were some people, complaining about a lot of noise or sound, or lighting initially, and then are there going to be periods where there's going to be more noise and more lighting, or is it going to be pretty much the same, the whole construction?
The noisiest part of the job will probably be the demolition of the bridge. The noisiest part of the job will probably be the demolition of the bridge. So we're we're gonna hammer the bridge. So we'll be hammering during the day, and at night we'll try to do the cleanup, and we'll limit the noise at night. The next noisiest part will be the pile driving. We're gonna have to drive piles to put in the new bridge. That'll be a noisy operation, but we're trying to kind of limit that to the daytime hours as well.
And could you maybe let us know or let me know, a week before or something, or a few days before, especially when it's really noisy, so this way at least I could notify, people.
I think here with our outreach with Jimmy and Hans here, the idea will be to send you a weekly email.
That's great.
And if we have if the town or the village provides us with an email list that we can send a weekly blast out to as what's coming up the next 2 weeks and what to expect for major operations that were made impact the houses nearest on Payne Street. We may put some, flyers in your mailbox, night work will start on, August 1st, or, messages to that effect that we'll try to send out in advance, so at least there's no surprises.
That is fabulous. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a YouTube video of this presentation and then contact the people in the North Elmsford, Association, and I'll also ask people if they would like to be on your e-list, and then we could get you the names, and then, I'll make sure that, we double up and communicate, because from my experiences with other projects, if people are notified in advance, I mean, nobody's going to be like thrilled if there's noise, but if they're notified and we tell them what to expect, at least they'll feel that, we're trying. I mean, there's no, we don't have a choice. I mean, the worst thing is you go over the bridge, and if it doesn't get fixed, they're going to fall, and there'll be fatalities, so this is the better alternative and convenience.
Yeah, we are generating a stakeholder list that is what people we know, schools, emergency services, the hospital, the police, the ambulance, local politicians, assemblymen, but yeah, any local interest groups, community
Right.
that would want to be on a email blast, I think we could easily add them to our.
And I see Michael Mills is here from the Village of Elmsford. Are there any concerns that you have that you think we're not addressing?
Everything's been addressed, I believe, at this point. Just need to stay in communication and firm up the schedule.
Great.
We'll open up to any questions. If there-
Yeah, I think you've been very responsive, and, I really, appreciate the outreach and your willingness to meet with community groups and come in the evening here, speak to us. I think this is the way these construction jobs should be handled. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Anybody have any questions, or? I see Alfreda Williams is here, who's the county legislator. Do you have any questions, or?
I was here for the first presentation, and I just wondered, I'm surprised that Mr. Davis, the president of the North Elmsford Citizens Association, but I will be in contact with you.
Yeah, I notified everybody a couple of weeks, I think after you notified me of this meeting. I think I sent out an email to everybody in that the association advising them of the meeting, but I'm going to send them a copy of this tape, and we'll do the outreach. I'll make sure that they definitely are notified and have all the information. Do you know what would also be helpful is, I know you have like the slides over here. Would you be able to even give me like a little summary that I can include in an email? Something that I could attach to the video.
Yeah, we can provide like a general summary and sequence of the project so
That'd be
people will understand it.
that'd be terrific. Thank
And Mr. Davis did say he was going to share his contact information and help us out, and unfortunately, we didn't hear from him, so the more people we can notify, I think the better off everybody.
Yeah, don't worry about notification. I think, Chief, we could also be putting up before, maybe like a week or two before this starts, we could put up the billboards, around Payne Street, just notifying people.
Message boards.
Message boards.
Right.
They'll go up, I think, more than 2 weeks before, I don't know, yeah, at least 2 weeks before.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Good. So we're making some headway.